You know that dull muscle pain that lingers without a clear reason? It makes every step heavier, and even your spirit feels weighed down. That's when I bring up HMB. Not only does it help slow down muscle loss, but it quietly plays a crucial role repairing damaged muscle cell membranes. Think of that membrane as a protective jacket. When it tears, muscles become inflamed, painful, and weak. HMB is like a skilled tailor patching up those tiny tears, helping your muscles stay strong, flexible, and less painful. I remember Mr. David after just a few weeks of adding HMB. He came back smiling, "Doctor, I can walk around the block now without that lingering pain." That moment reminded me sometimes the biggest differences come from the smallest changes. So I want you to think about this. If your muscles hurt less and felt less tired, wouldn't every step you take feel lighter and more joyful? I also remember Mrs. Martha, 68 years old. She once asked me, "Doctor, if my body can make HMB naturally, why do I still need to change my diet?" That was a great question because it goes to the heart of the matter. The truth is our bodies make HMB from leucine, an essential amino acid. But as we age, that conversion slows down, and the amount of HMB we produce isn't enough to protect our muscles. That's why leucine-rich foods become so important. Think of it this way. Every egg you eat, every cup of Greek yogurt, every piece of salmon, it's like sending your body the raw material it needs to produce more HMB, fueling a machine that's starting to run low. I've seen many patients who just added a few servings of protein-rich foods like cottage cheese at night, a bowl of quinoa, or even just 2 eggs in the morning, and within weeks, they felt a real difference. Mrs. Martha came back smiling. "Doctor, I feel my strength returning. I can climb stairs without losing my breath." So let me ask you, was your breakfast this morning just a routine meal? Or was it a chance to nourish your muscles and preserve your strength? Then there's Mr. Robert, 72. He once complained, "Doctor, I eat carefully, I take protein and supplements, but my stomach feels heavy and sluggish." I smiled and asked, "How much water do you drink in a day?" He hesitated, maybe less than half a liter. And there was the answer. You see, protein and HMB can be wonderful foundations for protecting your muscles, but without enough water, your body simply can't function at its best. I often tell my patients, taking supplements without drinking water is like planting seeds in dry soil. The seeds just sit there and never grow. Water is the medium that carries nutrients, helps absorption, and clears away waste. After I explained, Mr. Robert started a very simple habit, a warm glass of water every morning before breakfast, and sipping small amounts throughout the day. Just a week later, he came back and said, "Doctor, my stomach feels lighter, no more discomfort, and I actually feel stronger." So let me ask you, have you had enough water today to let your body truly benefit from your meals and supplements? Sometimes health doesn't come from big things, but from something as ordinary as a glass of water. And I'll never forget Mrs. Helen, 68. She told me, "Doctor, I take my supplements regularly, but every morning I still wake up weak and heavy like I never rested." When I asked about her sleep, she sighed. "I toss and turn. I wake up in the middle of the night," and that I realized was the missing piece. You see, HMB can work even when you're not exercising, but here's the truth: your body rebuilds muscle most powerfully during those deep hours of sleep at night. That's when growth hormone is released, muscles are repaired, and new cells quietly take the place of the old tired ones. But if your sleep is broken, that whole process becomes fragmented and far less effective. I advised Mrs. Helen to make a few small changes: turn off electronics before bed, keep her room dark and cool, drink a warm glass of milk or a light herbal tea. A few weeks later, she came back with a bright smile. "Doctor, I'm sleeping deeper. I wake up refreshed, and my steps feel stronger." So let me ask you, last night, did you give yourself a long, deep sleep so that HMB in your body could silently rebuild your strength? Or did you miss that chance? Now imagine this. You're 60 or 70, and you've just spent a little over a week in the hospital after surgery. When you're discharged, you stand up and suddenly your legs feel weak, shaky, as if your own body has abandoned you. Many of my patients have faced exactly that situation. One hidden reason is that after age 60, the body's ability to convert leucine into HMB drops sharply. When you're young, your body easily turns leucine from food into HMB, the compound that protects and rebuilds muscle. But as you age, that process weakens like a factory losing its capacity. The result, muscles shrink in just days of inactivity. That's why sarcopenia, muscle loss, happens so quickly, especially after bed rest. I remember Mr. James, 72, recovering from hip surgery. Just 10 days with little movement and his legs weakened noticeably. He worried he might never walk the same again. But with proper HMB supplementation combined with a protein-rich diet, he gradually regained his strength. He smiled and told me, "Doctor, it feels like I've been given my legs back." So if you've ever wondered why muscle can disappear so fast after an illness, remember this. Your body at that moment needs special support to convert and protect muscle. I often tell my patients HMB is like a silent guard watching over your muscles. But even a strong guard needs allies. And those allies are protein and light movement. Think of it this way. If you only take HMB without enough protein, it's like having a construction crew but no bricks or cement. On the other hand, if you only eat protein but lack HMB, your body sometimes doesn't get the command to begin rebuilding. Only when the two are combined does everything truly fit together. I recall Mrs. Margaret, 68. At first, she only added more protein but still felt weak. Later, we introduced HMB and encouraged her to walk each morning and use light dumbbells for her arms. After just 2 months, she returned and said, "Doctor, I feel younger, climbing stairs isn't a struggle anymore." Science confirms this clearly. HMB slows muscle breakdown, protein supplies the building blocks and movement. Even something as simple as walking or light weights sends a powerful signal to the body build again. When these three come together, your muscles don't just stop shrinking, they can actually regain lost strength. So if you're looking to keep your legs and arms strong after 60, don't forget to make HMB, protein, and light exercise your daily trio of support. You know, after so many years as a doctor, I've realized something simple: health never comes from a magic secret. It's built from the small choices you repeat every single day. A spoonful of HMB at the right dose, a protein-rich breakfast, a short walk around the garden. They may seem small, but when you put them together, they form a strong shield against the weakness of aging. I've seen so many patients go from slow and tired to confident and steady in their steps, all because they kept up with these small habits. And I want you to feel the same: steady legs, flexible arms, and a body that listens to you for many more years to come. If this message touched you, share your experience in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe so we can keep walking this journey together, living healthy, living strong, and living fully at every age.